Welcome everyone to Chess with TV episode 292. Today is August 23rd, 2016. We're going to do something entirely new again. Lend a hand. I don't get enough help around the house. As you can see, there's just a bunch of plastic trees behind me. So in this episode, I'm going to get some help from the viewership in selecting the best moves. So a few episodes ago, we played an episode where I played against the viewership and everyone teamed up against me. That went awful until I won, and then it was great. But in this episode, the viewership is on my side. So if you don't feel like you love me right now, I guess you should just leave and don't even watch, because only lovers of Chess Whiz are allowed in the room, one at a time, of course. Let's begin. I need to select an opponent here from the sea of opponents, and I think perhaps someone who's very strong, because we have some very good viewers. Let's create a game myself, of course, and let's give us a fair amount of time, because we need casual. I don't want to make it casual because nobody cares about casual. The downside is, oh, my casual rating's really bad. This isn't going to be fair. I guess we'll do casual. This makes me feel terrible. Oh, what about this one? This one looks pretty good. Let's play this guy. Oh, he's 1800. This is going to be so sad. So the problem is I'm cheating, because you're not supposed to get advice from books or other people when you're playing. One lover at a time. 9 of 3. Should we play d5? So because I'm receiving help from the chat, I will be banned from the website. And I actually woke up in a fright this morning, and it was like, I really mean this morning. I don't mean like 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. I mean like 3 a.m. Like, I woke up in the night, and I was having this horrible nightmare that I couldn't connect to Lichess. I mean, does that sound like a nightmare to you? We're going to just play c5, because I don't care what you guys think. I was going there, and you know how Chrome or maybe other web browsers do this? They spin backwards, like counterclockwise. This was happening to me yesterday. I was visiting this website, and it is just spinning backwards. It turns out it was my website. That was the problem. But that means the server hasn't replied yet. And if you want to know what a server is, it's like this person who brings you your food. And in this case, they bring you your web page. And so it's just spinning backwards. And I was like, no, I'm in a nightmare. I can't. You guys can see the game, so just watch me for a while. I can't get to this webpage, and it was lichess.org. It was because they had banned my IP address. And even when my DINS was resolving, my IP was being blocked. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm actually having a hard time getting help from the chat, because there's a little stream delay here. So you guys probably in the chat, if I type e5 here, you probably saw e5 in the chat slightly before. Let's put this on this side of the board, and let's shrink it down a little bit. Bishop e3. So this is actually a flop of an idea because of the latency, and also the chat is covering up all the important stuff in life. So I'm going to try to get advice here. However, there's 2 reasons not to do that. That's the stupidest Windows 7 feature in the world, where you shake your window back and forth, and voila! You can't see anything, including yourself. That's awful. Okay, so yes, this was a bad idea to do this because of the latency and also because of the cheating. So it turns out in my dream I had been IP banned. I couldn't get to Lichess. So I wrote to my friends. All the moderators are my friends. I made friends with them specifically for this purpose in case I got IP banned. And I was like, dear sir or madam, I can't connect to Lichess, and I'm asleep. Which I was, because I was dreaming. So what should we play now? And they unblocked me, because they're so friendly. So my opponent is like, a5 is the recommendation. Oh, that's a great move. That's a great move. I love a5. So now that I'm properly cheated, I can be kicked off the internet right now. So a5, the idea is he wants to hold this pawn right here. And one of the best ways to hold it is to bring a pawn up to defend the pawn. But this pawn attacks the pawn that defends the pawn. And so it's good. King e9 is being kibitzed. So this is definitely a flop of an idea, but it's not as bad as last episode. Guys, last episode, it was an episode called The Music Man, and I actually didn't even talk. I just played music. And that was like my first episode with a multi-quantity number of thumbs down. Like, you could count them with an S at the end, like thumbs, instead of just thumb down. It was that bad. And the reason is, 2 reasons. First of all, I couldn't play any good music because YouTube would detect it and be like, we detect good music, you cannot upload this video. YouTube talks like that. So I had to play bad music, which means music that you're allowed to put on YouTube. So that was my first problem. The second problem was Now that I'm getting older, I think about the hereafters a lot more. You know, like when you walk into a room and you're like, what am I here after? That's what's going on right now. Knight e4 seems good. Let's see, that's this square. Why would I play knight e4? I need some kibitzes in the chat because that's the point of the episode. Superbooweb says knight e4 seems good. King e9. We got a curse word here, but it's fortunately just a bunch of asterisks. Please say my name. Hi, but I'm not saying the name. I like the music episodes. I prefer the music was a lot less obnoxious. You should still commentate the games. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, maybe we should do another episode in another 100 years or so. That would give me some time to pick some music that doesn't give you a huge headache. So the music was actually kind of bad. That was the first problem. And I don't remember the second problem. So I would like to take this pawn, but I see it's defended. So maybe d4. This is a chance for you guys to give a kibitz move. This is like a big opportunity here to maybe think about knight e4 or pawn d4, or maybe just rook c8, you know, put a little pressure here. Rook e8 is another possibility. Just because I'm not using that rook yet. It's about time to do that. I think this is quite bad because this is kind of his weakness, and if I trade off my center pawns, I don't have my strength in exchange for his weakness. Some weird moves are being suggested, like f4 from Chunk Dress. I should probably put a filter on the chat. Be like, you cannot chat unless you're rated at least 100. I'm going to play rook c8. You guys can kibitz. d4 was recommended to get pawn. I want to get pawn. b6 was also recommended. I don't really like b6 because then I lose that pawn for nothing because the bishop's guarding it. But also, this pawn needs to be captured. It doesn't need to be allowed to take a bunch more stuff. That sounds bad. JR! This seems reasonable. Can you still find the world's worst players? Like, here's the players list. And is there like all players here? Online players? They used to be on this website. You could get a list of all players online. Maybe they took that away now that there's thousands and thousands and thousands of players online. Back then there were like 4. So it was a lot easier. You don't believe me? It's because it's not true. And then you could scroll down to the bottom and be like, wow, that's the worst player. His rating is 412, but I'm better than that. I'm like 512. So you could feel good about yourself no matter how bad you were, unless you're at the bottom of the list, in which case you probably didn't know the list was there, so you're fine. But in this case, I think the list is gone. That's not a link. And if I go to players, I'm back here where I was. Search. So maybe there's no list anymore. Should I take that? f4 is being played. And I'm going to get my bishop trapped in a Noah's Ark trap. This is called a trap. It's bad because the bishop gets trapped. Well, I think I'll take it, and then I'll have this pawn for lunch. I think this is pretty bad for him. So I'm just going to give you an invitation to shout out moves anytime you want, because waiting for your move just takes too long overall. So d4, he now has 3 defenders of that square, and since I've lost my e-pawn, I only have 2 attackers, so I'm not going to play d4. This is interesting. I mean, I think this is quite bad for him. Now this pawn is isolated. You see there's no friendly pawns on either of these files. I meant this to be a bit longer. There we go. No friendly pawns means only pieces can defend this pawn. Pieces don't like to defend pawns. They like to do cool things like checkmate enemy kings and things like that. So this pawn is going to be a real obnoxious piece for him, demanding the time and attention of pieces. So I still haven't captured this. I think it's about time I do that. I guess I'll just continue developing. I need some kibitzes. I don't even know what to move next. Technically, you finish your development once the queen is off the back rank and the rooks have moved to their favorite files. That's now happened. You see both my rooks have been maneuvered properly. My queen is now off the back rank, so that's finished. I've moved all my minor pieces and my king is safely castled, so my development is complete. So now we're in the middle game and it's time to take this pawn already. I have no idea why I haven't been able to take it. So there's a link. Here's another way you can get to a rating distribution. If you go here and then click classical, then you can click on this button here and you can see all of the bad players, and it chops it off at 800, which is not believable. I don't believe 800 is anywhere near the lowest. Yeah, see, look, 800 is the lowest? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Fortunately, in this country, you're allowed to not believe things, so that's fine. But why can't I take this already? I just need to get this knight out of the way, and I could do it. So maybe I should play knight here. Yeah. Seems stupid, but that's a cool square, and I'm definitely going to take this pawn. Take it already. By the way, I get asked every video, how do you make your colors be different colors? And the answer is I just mash Alt and Shift while right-clicking. That's what I do, and then the rest of it does all by itself. That was a message on my watch. It says, Mio11 is now following you. I always get creeped out by these messages. I think they should change it from following to like, is now loving you. Actually, that's even creepier. But something that doesn't sound like he's wearing a trench coat and a hat that covers up his face and he's like sneaking behind you in the alley. Because that's creepy. Now I've got this pawn. I've got it. Got it, man. 94 is being kibitzed. That was old, because now I can't play 94. 94, yeah, I think that was probably a good idea back when I had a knight. Can I trap this rook? Can I trap the rook this way? He can't go here, 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 but he could go there. So obviously he's going to play rook there, cool colors. And then I will own him up with this move. And then he can't go there, he can't go there, he can't go there, he can't go there, he could go back. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Let's do it. Rook takes e3. Oh, that was a good move. There's just enough latency that by the time he gave up on his rook, by the time I see your kibitz, I'm just one move later. I'm like, no, great idea. Kibitzer, I should have thought of that. So this looks cool. I'm going to lose my bishop. But why not play this first? No, I don't lose my bishop. Yeah, okay, so let's count up the material. I got these, he got those. So he has an extra knight, but we got these and these. And I have an extra rook, and then we've got 5 pawns against 6, so he has an extra pawn. But that extra pawn is weak. Remember I was talking about isolated pawns? That pawn is like by itself. That's what isolated means. So I can kind of like attack it or capture it for free right now. In fact, maybe I just should do that. Maybe I should just capture it now and then complain about life another time, because that is a free pawn. Should I just take that? Rook takes c3, it says in the chat. Definitely says that. Now, they were talking about a different position, but I don't care. It's the closest I'm going to get to actually cheating. Oh, it was such a nightmare. Such a nightmare. I woke up and I'm like, did I cheat? Did I cheat on the chess? I knew I was awake because I was pronouncing it Lee chess. When I'm asleep, I call it lie chess. I almost wanted to call Thibault and ask, except I don't have his phone number. So I wasn't going to do that. Okay, so now I'm ahead a rook for a knight. This is great. Or as they say in France, aouk. So maybe here, offer trades. You know when you're ahead you should trade? You know why that is? It says so in the book. Rook d8, bishop d3. I'm reading you guys' kibitzes. Rook d8. Oh, rook d8, except I lose my queen. And bishop d3, bishop d3. Yeah. It's a good idea. I like that move. Very good. This is pretty much a one game. And by that I mean there's only one game going on right now. So let's see what we can do about that. Tim, that looks like Tim to me. It's 3 letters starting with T. And we got Relock. So these are 2 guys who want to play classical right now. I feel like they're both solid fellows. So let's go random.org, my favorite website for figuring out what to do next, and pick a random number. The random number is 2. So let's play number 2. Relock, I love you. So I'm leaving this other guy, and I'm going to duplicate my tab, and I'm going to play you. So this has definitely changed. This episode was lend a hand. Now it's just chess was being crazy, because I want to play 2 games at once. And it's my turn. Oh, I love it when it's my turn. This is a great time to play this move, isn't it? I'll say it is. And over here we're going to play King's Gambit, because that's super spicy. Poor Tim Zoom. He's still waiting for a game. I'm sorry, Tim. I'm so sorry. Whoops. I guess I'll play you too. I don't know what I just clicked. Looks like I have chess games going on in 3 tabs. That seems fine. So this has become play all the games at once. I'll just play double king pawn for no reason. So this is great. This is more like it. But I'm getting a challenge from a CM. That's a candidate master, I think, which is like a master who's not very masterful. So I think this will work. So this episode is much different than I intended, but maybe I won't get banned for cheating. That would be great. Hopefully that'll be. What's this tab? Oh yeah. Well, what's this tab? Oh yeah. Let's close those tabs. I like knight f6 here. So did I just win another exchange? How many exchanges can a guy win? Maybe I should let him promote to a rook so I could take that rook with a bishop and be at 3 exchanges. That'd be great. Now I'm getting stressed out because playing 3 games at once on the clock like this is pretty tough, especially with no... He got one of his exchanges back, and this time he's picking up a piece with it. That is to say, I'm not getting a piece. That was pretty good for him. I like this position the best, actually, this King's Gambit one. Sorry, some more guys are challenging me, but I'm not going to play any more games at once. 3 is quite enough, considering how little time is on my clock. Man, I guess I'll go toward the center. Normally you capture away from the center there to solve problems that I can't solve by capturing away from the center, because I wasted my time on other moves. Just play this. Not sure how badly this could go. It's my turn everywhere, so I better play fast. Can't get forked there, so I'm still ahead 1 exchange. That's a fair quantity of exchanges. You guys as dizzy as I am spinning around between games here. Let's play d5. I'm already down a piece against Tim Zoom. Huh. Oh no. The creator of the entire chess website is banning me right now. He's in the chat. He's like, I see you, Chess Whiz, getting advice. My dreams are coming true. I was watching this documentary last night. It was actually just a document. It was like a piece of paper, and I was watching it to see if it was a living document, which is a fancy way of saying that they make changes to it over time. And they asked this kid in the document. They said, kid, what's your greatest dream? And the kid said, I don't have any dreams. It was so sad. He didn't have any dreams. I mean, at least I dream about getting banned from a chess website. That's my greatest dream, probably. It's pretty great. So if I sacrifice here, and then I capture here, I will lose 2 pieces. Wow. Let's just do this. It's my turn everywhere. How are we doing on the clock? Are we still alive here? 5 minutes there. Now what if I just give up my queen? Probably bad. But if I sacrifice this here and then I play here, then I can take that. It seems like it'll work. 5 minutes here. This game's going to be really tough. This one where I have 5 minutes and I'm down a pawn. That didn't work at all. He has everything defended by things. So let's just attack other things. Yeah, this is definitely the most difficult game over here. I'm just down a pawn for no compensation. This one is spicy already. I mean, look at this. It's just tearing up the position. No one's helping me because I'm too confused. And in this game, I've been ahead the exchange or 2 for a long time. I don't even remember what it's like to not be ahead the exchange in that game. Oh, nice move. I didn't think of you just moving your king. You know why? Because it's so lame. Oh, so lame to do that, so I didn't think of it. Am I just going to get checkmated by knights and bishops? That would be disappointing to me. Let's try this. I'm being told by a stranger that I have too much energy. But I think that's just a miscalculation on his part about how much energy is the best quantity to have. I could lose the exchange. I have 1 minute left over there. I think there's an increment. Over here, I have 1 minute. That's the same spot. There's an increment in that game of 2 seconds. It's rated. This game, I have no increment, 7 minutes. This game, I have 5 minutes, no increment, also rated. So this game is the most stressful. I only have 5 minutes for the whole game. But these other two games are... This one's the easiest because I have a 2-second increment. That's not much. And only 1 minute. So I'm in big trouble in all of my games. Just double up these rooks. Over here, I'm in trouble on the clock. Over here, I'm in trouble. Actually, here I'm not in trouble at all. And here I'm on the trouble because I've got a bad position. I'm down a pawn, and that's bad to be down a pawn. I could push this now. So this part, this middle game is the best. Oh, you can't see it's the middle. 1 minute. Yeah, that's the most difficult one right there. So I need to keep my bishops. That's what I've got for the pawn. Keep my bishops. This is taking a lot of concentration. I'm sure it's taking you a lot of concentration just to tell what I'm doing here. I've got this move, which attacks his queen. Ooh, his queen's going to be attacked. Someone kibitz b5. Now I just have to figure out what game that's in. It's probably not that game, because that'd be that square. b5 over here, probably not that game either. So that narrows it down nicely to this final game. Must be this one. b5, 43 seconds for the rest of the game. Oh, man. b5. That doesn't even look like a very good move. He's going to take it. So I'm going to try to checkmate him. No, that's not checkmate for him. That's checkmate for me. No, no, no. I just got forked. Why does it always happen to me? No, I feel like a doofus dummy. That's what I feel like. I'm not a doofus dummy. Maybe I am. Maybe that's why I feel that way. Oh, and of course he forks off my pawn as well. No. Guys, never play 3 rated games with no increment at the same time except for one, which is a 2-second increment. That is not comfortable. Oh, don't do it. You might make a mistake. Like this one. If I take this pawn, will he ever checkmate me? No, he'll run me out of time. We will just play chess forever. There's a free bishop. That helps. Take that now because he's so pinned. He's pinned. Now I'm ahead in exchange over here. Okay, so I'm ahead in exchange. Let's do it right this time. I don't always do it right. Oh, that's something bad. What did I just hear? Oh, it was a challenge. I'm suffering from PTSD. Post-traumatic stress. Now whenever I hear that ding, I'm like, oh, what are my games? I was checkmated. Where was I checkmated? This is awful. And then I'm like, oh, it's just a challenge. It's just it's just a challenge. That's what my life is like. It's very stressful. You shouldn't play this many games at once. Now I have a really ugly move for him. That's going to hurt him. He's not going to like it. What's that sound? Oh, I'm out of time over here. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm actually glad that one's over. So in this position, I think I'll block with the bishop. So I ran out of time after being ahead 2 exchanges. By the way, for those of you who are new, bam! Goodbye, everything of my opponents. Goodbye. Got that win right there. With this square covered, he's in checkmate. I don't know if you guys heard, but I got scammed recently on PayPal, and I suffered from PTSD from that, which is what I'm telling you. It's totally on topic. Let's play this way, much better, and I can actually get this pawn. I laid awake at night thinking about how I could kill my scammer, but I couldn't because he wasn't nearby. Did you know that there are no illegal thoughts in my country? Unless they're coupled with other actions. I mean, there's a difference between planning out to kill somebody else, and then you're like, oh, okay, let's do it, and then you kill them, and then the police are like, did you think about that first? And when you think about it first, it changes the crime. It becomes premeditated murder, which means you went, I think he'll be dead soon. That's called meditating on his murder. But if you don't actually kill anyone, then you can think whatever you want. For example, I'm thinking of a purple elephant right now. Is it a purple or a pink? I'm not even sure. Are you thinking of a purple elephant? Okay, we're gonna make it illegal to now think about purple elephants. 2 followers. That's creepy. So, are you thinking about a purple elephant? Well, stop doing it. Stop focusing on such an elephant. Do not bring to mind. Another thing about thinking is whatever you're told to do, you can't do that. But it's interesting. There are wrong things to think. It's not very good. It's bad to think about killing other people all the time. I mean, it's bad for your health, and it's just bad in general for other people's health. It's just bad. You know what I mean? It's bad. However, it's not illegal. I'm glad we don't have a thought police. So what happened over here? I checkmated him. Great. So just 1 game left. Totally going to win this. I just have to play smartly. I'm looking at this free pawn. I'm like, oh, it's a pawn. I should take that, right? But there's a doubled up face of rooks coming at me. So I should check that out too. You know, I always look up here. If you go to previous episodes, it's like, why does he never look in the camera? It's because I'm looking over here. Do you know what is over here? I have a mural. Right there. So I look at it. What you don't know is it's actually my friend. His name's Mural. Now you know. Except you can't tell if I'm telling the truth. That's the cool thing about Chess TV. You're like, he told me all these things. Like one time I told you that I had 2 wives. And you don't know if that's true, even though I told you. It's beautiful. So are the wives, by the way. I'm thinking about taking this now. Let's take it. And then let's play here. I just need some trades. I'm ahead a lot. And then I'm going to take this. No, this is going to be bad. When he plays here after this. Man, why can I not win when I'm ahead in exchange? I'm not ahead in exchange. Maybe that's the problem. Why can't I just win? I'll take it anyway, and then I'll bring my bishop back. I'm not telling you the proper quantity of wives that I have. I'll get specific though. Between 0 and 3. I got a comment on my YouTube channel recently. I was talking to one of my wives about it. The comment was, my wife thinks you're pretty. So I was talking to my older wife. She was like, that's not a compliment. Pretty, that's like a homo thing. You probably should delete that comment. I'm like, no. She likes me. She thinks I'm pretty. So I was going to write back, oh, is she married? But I didn't bother because I have important things to do with my life. So the comment is still sitting there. Maybe you should go reply to it. Tell me that your wife thinks I'm pretty too. I'd believe you. Things on the internet are generally true. That's why there's so much on the internet. You ever been like, great, I just read everything on the internet. What am I supposed to do now? Nope, you haven't. You have never been like that. Maybe you've been like, my library, I read all my books, or like, in my house, there's nothing to read here. But not, my internet is so boring. There's just not enough internet. That's never happened. You know why? Because there's more, just let's take video uploads, right? Because you'll have to watch all the videos that are uploaded in order to make your life interesting. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Check, check, and checkmate. It's going to work. In order to properly live your life, you must watch all of the cat videos that are uploaded. But the problem is 100 cat videos are uploaded for every 1 unit of time. No! I need to watch cat videos just to cheer myself up from this awful mistake I made. Like, let's say you watch 1 cat video. What I'm trying to say is, during the time that it takes to watch that video, 100 new cat videos have been uploaded. So what you need to do is purchase 100 computers and play 100 cat videos simultaneously, which is the only way to keep up with the cat videos. There is this feature on YouTube. Let me show it to you. I'm going now to my YouTube channel. And now I'm changing to my ChessWiz channel because I have multiple channels, you can see there. And I'm going to switch to the Music Man, which is the worst episode, as you can see. Stop it, Music Man. It has 2 thumbs down. It's going to have more because now people are seeing this like, whoa, cool, thumbs down. I can click that, and they're going to thumb it down, right? So here's what you do. You click the gear right here. It says settings. And you're like, well, what can I do here? I can turn on annotations. Completely useless. Don't do that. You click speed, and then you're like 2x. This makes this episode a lot better. Listen to this. It's not loud enough. Right? So now you can finish your headache in half the time. It's very, very useful. And for cat videos, the cats are like, kind of like me. And it really, really saves time. So I'd recommend that, 2x, or at least 1.5x. I mean, for interesting videos, I slow it down to 1.5x, and I really, really enjoy that video. But usually, it's 2x. Really useful for how-to videos, by the way. Like my washing machine is constantly breaking because apparently it read the manual that says washing machines should break all the time. So mine does. And so what I have to do is go on YouTube and be like, how do you fix a washing machine? And the guy's like, hi, I'm Joe from Joe's Washing Machine Fixer.com. Today, we're gonna fix a washing Oh, hold on. Someone's calling me. I'll be right back. Hello? No, I'm making a video. Yeah, I'll call you back. That's what it's like, right? So you turn on this 2x thing, and he's like, oh, make a video. No, bam. And he's like, bam, there's a washing machine. Bam, he took it apart. Bam, bam. And all of a sudden, the bearings are out of there, and he's putting in new bearings. It's great. So anytime you got to watch a video, you should do that. Saves you immensely, immensely, immensely. Especially ChessWiz TV. I would definitely recommend ChessWiz TV 2x because ChessWiz talks slowly. And when you put on 2x, then he talks faster, which is better. Faster is better. I hope I checkmate him. I would like... He has no time. He's going to run out of time. Okay, great. He's going to come checkmate me. I think he has no hope of winning this game. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's out of time. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't think this really worked for him, whatever it was. Wasn't useful. Oh, I missed a fork, too. Look at that. Look at that right there. Lend a hand. The whole point of the episode. Knight G2. But of course it was announced 10 seconds later because of the lag in the stream. So the point of this episode was missed. However, we still had a good time. Look at all these people I'm going to decline. It makes me feel powerful to be like, no, I'm not playing you. No, I'm not playing you because I have control. I'm like, do I want to play you? No. And I'm making this choice right now. No, I'm not playing you. No, no, no. I am so powerful. I just declined 5 challenges. I bet in your entire lifetime, you've never declined 5 challenges at the same time on LeeChess.org. That's statistically likely that you have never done that. The only person who's watching who's done that is Rondep because he's the only person cooler than everyone else watching except me. This has been ChessWiz TV. Thanks for watching.